If you're looking for an awesome product at a great price, be sure to check out the link in the description. The United States Senate faced a pivotal day, marked by heated debates and consequential votes regarding the ongoing conflict in Gaza. At the heart of the matter were two resolutions introduced by Senator Bernie Sanders, aiming to halt arms sales to Israel amidst the escalating humanitarian crisis. The developments unfolded rapidly, with the Senate floor serving as the stage for a clash of ideologies and a test of political will. The initial push came from Senator Sanders himself, who took to the Senate floor to advocate for his resolutions. He delivered a passionate plea, urging his colleagues to block the sale of offensive weapons to Israel. His arguments were underscored by stark imagery, images of starving Palestinian children, a visual testament to the suffering in Gaza. Alongside these images, Senator Sanders placed a stack of papers on his desk, each bearing the name of a child reportedly killed by Israeli forces in Gaza. This visual presentation was a deliberate attempt to humanize the situation and underscore the human cost of the conflict. Senator Sanders did not mince words, stating that the actions of the Netanyahu government were not aimed at winning a war, but at the destruction of a people. He further highlighted the financial burden on American taxpayers, noting that a significant portion of the cost of destroying Gaza had been borne by the United States. Moreover, he argued that the arms sales clearly violated existing U.S. laws, including the Foreign Assistance Act and the Arms Export Control Act. With a sense of urgency, he emphasized the power of the Senate to act, to compel the Netanyahu government to end the violence. Senator Sanders' resolutions found support from fellow lawmakers. Senator Peter Welch, representing Vermont, and Congresswoman Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, a prominent figure in the House of Representatives, voiced their backing. Senator Welch condemned the mass starvation in Gaza and the forced displacement of Palestinians. Congresswoman Ocasio-Cortez, in a statement, framed the vote as a critical choice for senators: uphold U.S. law by preventing arms transfers or succumb to external pressure and contribute to a potential genocide. These endorsements underscored the growing concerns within certain circles about the implications of continued arms sales. Adding to the intensity of the debate was a CNN interview in which Senator Sanders did not hold back in criticizing the Israeli Prime Minister, Benjamin Netanyahu. When asked about Netanyahu's claims that there was no starvation in Gaza, Senator Sanders unequivocally labeled them as lies, describing Netanyahu as a disgusting liar. However, the day was marked by its decisive votes. The Senate overwhelmingly rejected the first resolution, aimed at halting the sale of assault rifles to Israel. The final tally revealed a clear opposition, with 70 votes against and only 27 in favor. The second resolution, which sought to block the sale of $675.7 million in bombs, also met a similar fate, with a large majority voting against it. Even as the resolutions were voted down, other voices were being heard. Reverend Raphael Warnock of Georgia, a Democratic colleague of Senator Sanders, came out in support of the measures. He condemned the starvation of innocent civilians and urged for an end to the violence. Senator Elizabeth Warren also voiced her support for the resolutions, echoing concerns over the situation in Gaza. Adding to the backdrop of political maneuvering, the humanitarian crisis continued to worsen. Reports emerged of at least 48 Palestinians killed and dozens injured while seeking food at a crossing in Gaza. These casualties came only a day after Donald Trump endorsed the Israeli-run aid distribution system. This endorsement has since come under increased scrutiny. Israel's ongoing military offensive and blockade have led to a worsening of the humanitarian situation. The latest violence around aid distribution came one day after Donald Trump was praised for calling images of starving children "they're terrible." The international community's focus on the situation is unwavering, with the aid deliveries being overwhelmed. Outside of the debate over arms sales, other developments occurred in the political sphere. California Democrats, including prominent figures in the race for governor, offered their reactions to the news that Kamala Harris would not be running for the office. Donald Trump announced a new trade deal with South Korea, introducing tariffs on imports. The Federal Reserve decided to maintain its interest rate, despite